guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching, welcome. If this is your second, third, or fourth time, welcome back. Before I get into my video for today, I want to just tell you guys, thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel, for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. It does definitely not go unnoticed. I'm very grateful how much this channel is growing. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that bell to be notified when I post a brand new video. So today's video, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be giving my review on Life After Death by Sister Souljah. So, pretty much in this story, before I get into my opinion, I'm going to give you guys a brief synopsis about the book and what happened in the story, and then I'll give you guys my take on it. So of course, you guys know what happened to Winter in the first book, Coldest Winter Ever. She went to jail for 15 years. And we all know why, because she was in a car and it had drugs in it and just all that good stuff. It wasn't her car, it wasn't her rental, but she was in the car, she was at the crime at the time, and she got charged for it. And of course, you know, Bullet, he ran and he lived his best life. At least we think he lived his best life. So the book starts off with Winter is talking on a phone conversation with her brother-in-law, Elijah Emanuel, which is Portia's husband, her middle sister husband, and he's trying to get her to sign on to a show that he wants to do, and he wants her to be the star of the show. And pretty much he wants her to be the star of the show because he feels like she has so much potential, and this what viewers will love to see is real, is raw. And honestly, she's kind of like second thoughts about it because, you know, Winter, you know, she's not really into camera and doing that whole publicity stuff and doing this and that. But she's kind of like considering it, like, this could be a good come up. He talks about paying her $50,000 per episode, 16 episodes per season, getting a total of $800,000. He's also telling her to bring on 4 or 5 her homegirls to come and like be like extras, and they can kind of feature and make certain little guest appearances, but not really. With the main point of the show be about her starring Winter, Santiago. So she's considering, she's thinking about it. All of a sudden it goes to you know, so she got shot, or she hear gunshot, or she don't hear no sirens. She doesn't hear any police, no crowd coming to see what's going on. She doesn't hear no ruckus, no arguing. She doesn't hear anything. And she like, I got shot, I'm dead. So I'm like, she did? She got shot? Damn, she just got released. So pretty much, she got shot on her release day. And they got it on camera. And she died. That's what it's pretty much saying. So then the book goes on to her life after death. It goes in like these different realms where it's as though she in this darkness, she can't move, she's paralyzed, she has no control of her body, but her mind is still conscious and she still can have these thoughts, these feelings, but she can't move. So she's put in these different situations where I feel like Sister Souljah was very spiritual, and it's kind of like she went deep and deep, really deep into what Winter was experiencing. And so she kind of like took us like this roller coaster ride with Winter after death. You know, we got to see Midnight and him living a lavish life with all these nice things and extravagant gold plate, all this stuff. But she realized he had several kids and he had several wives. Then she goes to like these, she just in these different settings where it's like, it's kind of like at peace. But once it starts to feel peaceful, or she feels like she has control of her body, her feelings, something happens and she goes back to this pitch black paralyzed space where she's not able to do anything but think. So then she's like, if this is death, then why can I think? Why is my mind still working? So she keeps going off and on through these different waves and stuff like that. She meets people along the way. She meets different people. She goes to these nuns. They take her to this program. It was like a UBS, I mean unborn souls, where mothers had aborted their children and their sons and daughters are there to face them and communicate with them. So she realizes that when she got the abortion years ago, she was pregnant with twins, a boy and a girl. So she kind of like trying to feel all that and kind of understand what the fuck is really going on. So throughout that, she's thinking about her father, she's thinking about her mom, her sister, she's thinking about Midnight. She's just thinking about how she's thinking about the prison release date. She's thinking about like what's really going on, like she really doesn't know. And I think Winter was just as confused. And I think Sister Souljah made us confused because Winter was confused. And she wanted us to be a part of that journey with Winter. And so I think she had a deeper meaning behind it. And I think that in order for you to understand the company, you got to kind of like get out your head a little bit and kind of like you know, get out what the typical society thinks about, you know, Sister Souljah and Coldest Winter Ever, and you know, kind of like really understand what's going on. And it was very deep, it was very spiritual, and you kind of had to read over a few times to really understand it. And that's what I had to do. I had to read over it quite a few times to understand it. We also got to see that her mother name was Lana. Lana is Lana, and we got to see her mother name. So throughout the whole thing, they were talking about Allah and God and one God, and this the creator of all things, the good and evil. You had different things going on, like kind of like pulling her in different ways. You know, the devil was pulling her. That, you know, you don't got to bow down to nobody. You had the people from the heavens saying, no, you have to commit all you have to say all your sins, you have to bow down, pray, all this stuff. So she's kind of getting pulled in different directions. Mind you, she's not spiritual at all. Only thing she had in life, it was handed to her from her parents, or it was, and I think what Sister Souljah was trying to show us is that Winter had people in the physical world who wasn't there to provide her or set her in the right direction, where she has people in after death who can help shape and mold her is what she need to further understand that, you know, no good come from being evil. You have to commit you have to admit your sins. And I think that she wanted us to see that, you know, all the people went to look up to, those were the people that saved her in the end. It was her and her soul. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was really good. It was very deep. You really had to really understand it you had to really read it to understand it. And it was this place called Last Stop Before You Drop. And it was the county of ungrateful, the state of ignorance, and the land of arrogance. And Sister Souljah kept pointing that out in the book. She kept saying, you know, the last stop before you drop. As you know, the last stop before you go to hell. But throughout the book, she was getting pulled in many directions because, you know, even after death, Winter still wanted the lavish things in life. She still wanted to get one over the other. She still wanted to be that bitch. She still wanted to win, but not win the right way. She wanted different outcomes. Still the same old Winter, 15 years later, in her 30s, and still wanted the same thing she wanted when she was 15. Still looked up to the same people, even though they were not really that good for her. You know what I'm saying? So it really went through all that, and I think what really took her to see was that as it got towards the end of the book, like I really need to change. Like I really need to do better and change, and I really need to do this. So I thought the book was really good, and as you can see, she at the end of the book, the whole time she was in a coma, and she was in a coma for a long time. And so when she woke up from the coma, she realized during her after death experience she was still conscious because she was in a coma, and she could still hear the people around her that loved her, but it wasn't strong enough. Like the people that was in the afterworld was kind of like taking over those thoughts. But anyway, so she got out the coma. She had to learn how to walk, eat, speak, repeat, all that all over again. But when she was able to recover and stuff like that, and the show went on, the show was very successful. And also she realized that she had something over the people who she saw in the afterlife that just talked dirt on her name and really didn't support her, who really didn't care about her. And she was able to see that. And she also was able to see that her sister Portia was there every step of the way. She was there giving her a bath. She was doing her hair because she knew her sister cared about her parents. And I think she really appreciated Portia for that. And then she ended up living in Portia's mansion. She had her own little wing, which was good. And then she went on, and then at the end, when it was time for her to do her debut, she was able to see Santiago showed up. He appeared. Santiago appeared, and he was there in flesh and blood, and she was just in so many emotions. She had so many emotions, and it was caught on camera. And she was just so overwhelmed with different emotions. And it was good because the world got to see that this girl truly cared for her father. And with the help of her brother-in-law, he was able to get the charges dropped. And yeah, she was able to, he was able to get out of her release from prison. So at the end of the book, she pretty much just, you know, made a vow that, you know, this is the path she wanted. She would take a new path in life, you know. She do believe in God now. She believed God got her through this whole experience when she was in a coma, and she honestly just prayed and prayed for a man to come along, a man who would love her for her, who would love nice things, of course, but love her pussy in winter words, and also a man that could lay there, sit next to her, and pray with her every night. So that's pretty much how it ended, and honestly, I really enjoyed the book because You know, she took us on this journey with Winter. She could have just said that Winter was in a coma, and it would have been months of Winter in a coma. You know what I'm saying? But she took us through the after death experience with Winter because she was trying to show us that, you know, Winter had guidance, and the guidance she needed. She needed this experience to show her that there's more to life than those lavish and materialistic items. And her father got out of prison. You know, Winter was show was selling across the world, across the globe. You know, she realized that her circle wasn't her circle, and she was okay with that. You know, she went to Santiago, was stood his name for itself, and she had her father by her side, her sister, and you know, she was good. She was okay. She was at. I felt like she was finally at peace. You know, and so yeah. So if you started reading the story and you honestly felt like you know, you were confused, I would say read over a few times and give it a chance because it really is good. It kind of, when I first read, I was like, I don't know. But as I kept reading, I was like, I really enjoyed it. And I think that you guys will really enjoy it if you honestly read throughout the entire story and get to the ending, because I got a feeling it might be a third book. I don't know. I think so. The way it ended, I can see it being a third book. But, yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I really enjoyed reading this book, and I hope you guys enjoy reading it too. And if not, that's okay. To each their own. But I just wanted to give you guys my review of my experience on reading the book and what I got from the book and why I enjoyed the book so much. But I hope you guys like this video, enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.